Well, folks, unless you've been sitting under a rock these last few days, weeks, months, there's a lot of things going on in the world between Russia, United States, Syria, Israel, over in the EU. You just name it. Everything is kicking off now, it seems like. Well, the latest incident occurred today being December the 12th, 2018. A roaring fire burst through the roof and caused mass evacuations at Google's office in Beijing's Zhangjiakou Tech District, known as China's Silicon Valley. The fire, which broke out at 11 a.m. local time, burned through the roof of Google's glass front office building, sending a plume of thick black smoke into the air. So, wow, it's hard to tell what's going on with this, with all the things that are happening, with Canada arresting the executive of Huawei, I think that's how they pronounce it, telephone communications company for the U.S., and she was charged with a 6-year-old violation of an Iran sanction that was actually done by a subsidiary company. And they arrested her and are going to try and extradite her. And then I heard China grabbed a Canadian executive. And, where's this going to end? This trade war that started with China and the U.S. and tariffs. And now we've got these little physical incidents. And you know what they always say, trade wars usually end up in shooting wars. So we'll just have to keep an eye out and see what comes out of this. On the Russia front, the U.S. has they've been moving troops closer to NATO, otherwise known as U.S., has been moving troops closer and closer to Russia's border. So Russia just yesterday moved 2 White Swan nuclear bombers down to Venezuela. So I guess, Russia says if you can put instruments of war on our border, then we can come into your hemisphere. So, wow. It's hard to tell who are the good actors, who are the bad actors. They're all actors. Yeah, that's why they call it the world stage. So you just have to keep an eye open and see what happens next. I heard they've got the Yellow Vest protest going on over in France. They just had a terrorist shooting over there yesterday, and now anyone caught on the street, or more than 1 or 2 people together with the yellow vest on, they're going to be arrested. So that was because they fear that terrorists could be hiding amongst them. So, well, I guess they won't have any more protests, will they? Huh? Perfect timing. So anyway, yep. Let's just keep an eye open, see what happens. Hopefully this thing calms down, but it seems like every day something escalates, something gets ratcheted up just a notch higher. So hopefully cooler heads will prevail. Peace.